from Samuel. Hi, Andrew. I was discussing the issue of abortion recently with my family, and was shocked to learn that my mother had an abortion when she was in college. She had a very hard life and was young at the time. As we both know, kids make dumb decisions. I love her dearly, but I don't know how to process the fact that my mother had an abortion. She's rather liberal, and this loss doesn't seem to bother her nearly as deeply as it pains me. Both premarital sex and the abortion of a child are acts that I disagree with morally. She holds the opposite beliefs. I'd like to discuss the abortion with her, but fear that it might ruin the close relationship that we've always had. I'm both mourning the loss and struggling with the ideological differences behind it. Well, first of all, you should discuss the abortion with her, but first you got to get your own mind right. It is not your job to judge your mom. You know, your mom created you. You don't judge her. You can judge the way she treated you. You can judge the way she brought you up, but you love her. You're close to her. She must have done a good job. So it's not your job to judge her life. I agree with you about abortion, and I think it's a really big problem. But, you know, I told this story last night on the backstage, but let me tell it again for those of you who weren't watching that. You know, when I was learning to fly, I got really interested in flying stories and stories about heroic flyers, and I was watching a movie about the Tuskegee Airmen, the black flyers from World War II, and there was a scene in it where this evil senator got up and was denouncing that they were letting black people fly the planes and was using this horrible, horrible racist rhetoric. And my daughter was watching, and I don't know, she was maybe 16 or something, and she said, is this guy insane? Is he insane? And I said, no, he's not insane. He's in the grip of a psychopathic idea. Good people do bad things in the grip of psychopathic ideas. A perfect example is George Washington, not only a great man, but also a good man who held slaves. How is that possible when we know slavery is evil? It was because his culture was in the grip of a psychopathic idea that it was okay somehow to keep another man in bondage. Good people do bad things when the society is in the grip of psychopathic ideas. This society has been in the grip of a psychopathic idea. I don't believe Ralph Northam when he sits around and talks about leaving a baby to die. I don't believe he's a psychopath. I don't even believe he's evil. I believe he is in the grip. He is in a culture that has a psychopathic idea. It's like a poison gas. It makes things come out of your mouth. It makes you do things that you shouldn't do. Your mom was in a bad situation, obviously. She was poor. She was in the grip of a psychopathic idea. You have got to forgive her before you talk to her. You've got to let this go before you talk to her. And then you can sit down and discuss it with her and even tell her your feelings about it, as long as she doesn't feel that you, her son, are judging the life that she led when you don't know that much about it. You know, this is a terrible moment. We know when we have elected officials recommending infanticide that something has gone horribly, horribly wrong with our culture. She is in the grip. She was in the grip of it. She may still be in the grip of it. It's not your job to free her. If you want to know about it, that's one thing. If you want to talk to her and reveal your feelings about it, that's one thing. But if you're going to judge her, wait until you get your mind straight.